My name is Carrie Webster. I'm a military spouse of 15 years. Most of that time was spent at JBLM in Washington State. I've had several military spouses ask me recently about Salesforce. I personally was introduced to Salesforce as a marketing coordinator in the Seattle area. A lot of life happened in between: kids, deployments, training exercises, so I took a long pause. I knew when the time was right, Salesforce is where I wanted to be. I started looking into things about a year ago and discovered Salesforce Military. I've also recently become a Hiring Our Heroes Salesforce Program Fellowship candidate. What is Salesforce? If you are watching this today, you're probably wondering, what the heck is Salesforce? In the simplest terms, Salesforce is a tool that companies use to organize and secure their data. Have you ever filled out a form online because you were interested in a product? Have you ever logged into your bank with a username and password to pay your bills? Have you ever purchased a house from thousands of miles away and had a mortgage company walk you through the process electronically? Have you ever called in to complain because a product wasn't working properly? All these scenarios have one major thing in common, data, and most likely Salesforce. When companies receive data, they need a secure place to store it. Not only that, it needs to be organized in a way that they can efficiently use it to best meet the needs of the client and the company. According to the Salesforce website, Salesforce is used by 90% of Fortune 500 companies. Salesforce is used by 90% of Fortune 500 companies. You likely have never heard of it because it's like a company's awesome best friend that makes it look really good while taking zero credit. This is a very general description of Salesforce. Yes, people can work at Salesforce. Some of us refer to it as the mothership. Most, however, work at other companies that use the Salesforce platform. As a military spouse, why Salesforce? The biggest advantage and the biggest reason for military spouses and Salesforce are the remote opportunities. It works very well with unpredictable military lifestyle. There's free training through Trailhead. There's massive amount of support through Salesforce Military. College degrees are not required. It pays well. There's a tremendous there's a tremendous opportunity for growth. And then finally, Salesforce itself is growing massively. September of 2021, there's a new study that found that Salesforce Economy will create 9.3 million jobs and $1.6 trillion in new business revenue by 2026. Another thing to keep in mind, the recent program that I became part of, the Hiring Our Heroes Fellowship program, the cohort prior to mine had 40 candidates that got accepted into the program. This last one, there were doubled in size. To me, what that means is it's in its infancy stages. There are so many opportunities, and right now is an amazing time for you to jump in and just become part of what we call the ecosystem. Now, I know that it can be very challenging to navigate things. So even with my previous experience in Salesforce, I was a little bit lost when I first started. So I'm going to give you bite-sized pieces. In the comments below, I have a link for step one. That step one is just become part of Salesforce Military. Let's start there, and I'll see you soon.